Because
let me see real
Did
quick.
I or did Ray?
Now.
I mean, or did I did?
Let me see.
Hey, bro, Stinky got married.
Yep. He got married. What was it? Was that last week or the week before?
Last week.
Huh?
What's up?
I think it was last week.
I said that's what's up.
He wanted to do the podcast with us today.
We can get Stink on
real quick.
So me and Bone can ask him why we ain't getting no invitation.
Was he
man?
Was he kayaking? Is the real question.
Man, last year Neff went kayaking with us, but once it started, okay, hold on, cuz I'm about to send you the link. But once
are we live now?
That's all right. We got a little delay. Okay, let me get out of here. Yeah.
We got to get a little more professional.
Shit. Man, I'm telling you, the best way to be professional is to not be. Be yourself. Yeah, that's how shit is. I'm telling you, bro. People like, you know what, man? I think just professional is damn near just it resides in the mind of the person who's observing, damn near. Because one person will say like, oh man, this is too professional, or too professional is boring, damn near.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw something and you said it was too professional?
When I be talking to people about stupid shit and they ask me questions that they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't even know what they're talking about. I'll tell you. Okay, so for example, let's say somebody calls me and they want some shirts made, right? And they'll say, now what is your printing process type shit? Shut the fuck up.
Do you
what is your printing process? What do you do? I'm like, what do you mean? No, do you do silk screen or screen print? Printing process. Like, man, that's the same shit. Or they say, oh, I need one 1X and one extra large. Like, man, that's the same size, man.
What is that? I was about to say that's the same.
Face. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They be trying to be overly formal. One time my son told me to not be overly formal. He said it don't do me any good. Like he said that to me. He said, Dad, I don't think you need to be overly formal. I said, okay.
Overly formal?
Yeah, I started trying to act like the customers that don't know. I'm like, and yes, what you can do is just send me an email.
I don't think you need to. You don't need to do your the interpretation.
Do my voice.
Yeah, you don't need to do the voiceover when they're being formal.
Everybody, welcome
on a customer.
Customers, man, are the best people only because
they're paying.
They pay. Exactly. Exactly. Reem, do you have a intro that you would like to do for shits and giggles, man? Because this is,
I'd say just kind of welcome people to the podcast, and you the moderator, so you just kind of welcome people and introduce everybody, and then we can go from there.
Hold on, okay. Are we live right now?
Yes, we are live.
Yeah, but it's important.
I thought we were. I'm wondering, why are we having this discussion if we're live right now?
Well,
we are
what we're doing now is we're showing the people. A lot of people like to see behind the scenes. You know, this is like this is behind the scenes
in a major way.
In a major way. So here we go. All right, we'll start it off like this. Boom. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the For Shits and Giggles podcast, where we discuss a range of topics depending on what we think of, like 2 or 3 minutes before the show actually comes on. I obviously have assumed the role of the moderator for what I don't really know, but we thank you guys for watching the show. So don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you can get alerted every time we drop hot content like we dropping right now. Today, we got our regular crew in the building. We even got Bone in the building, which is, man, I ain't gonna even lie, man. When Bone is here, it makes this thing like really lit. You know what I'm saying? This is how it's supposed to be. We're missing a body part when Bone ain't here, bro. So we got Bone. Now, do you want me to tell these people your government name? Because most blacks say, they don't like their government name.
Either works for me, actually. I don't want to be too formal.
It has TA. So not right. So TA, we'll stop there. Okay, that's TA.
And we don't know when he's gonna be missing again. You know what I'm saying? We may not see him for another 2 months or so.
That is very true. The way this thing is set up, man, you never know when I'm gonna be in or when I'm gonna be just missing. I'm off the grid. That's the role that I feel on Shits and Giggles.
Right. So when he's here, man, respect it, enjoy it, because it's definitely a treat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Send out that link that I sent y'all so some of y'all's people that ain't seen y'all in a while can watch this. And then we got the creator of For Shits and Giggles, the one, the only, Mr. Remy G. What up, Remy Jeezy?
Thanks, cuz. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Good introduction and everything. And so
thanks, man.
Looking forward to having a good time here tonight, talking about these issues, and glad that the draft Dodgers can join us today. You know, pleasure to have him on here.
You know, it is what it is, man. I'm here. I plan on making my contribution this evening. Make it valuable, and not here for a long time. Just be great, be brief, all that good stuff, and be on about the business.
So I think it's a good time to kind of talk about what For Shits and Giggles is. You know, the concept of how it came about. That just really wanted to talk about things that For Shits and Giggles kind of for me is like, things that we can be upset with, or then also can have jokes with and laugh. And I think that kind of fits our personality. That's been us since our whole lives, that we laugh and we have a good time with things. And we can take things that are for the shits and make it into something that you can giggle about and enjoy. So that's what I think we could do here on this podcast, and just talk about varying topics and things that's going on in today's world, from sports to politics to whatever it is that comes up that we talk about for the day. So For Shits and Giggles. So moderator, it's on you. He done blocked himself out, man.
I was about to say, so this is really setting the stage for a great evening. Being as the guy that's supposed to be, bro, we got to do better, man.
Man, I'm sorry. I didn't want to be overly formal with having my camera on. Hey, if we were like 20 years younger, we would have like a shiesty mask on. Man, what is it about this, bruh? Shiesty mask, man. How y'all feel about that? But we'll get back to that later.
Shiesty mask.
Shiesty mask is the mask that kids are wearing over their face to hide their identity, just in case they might have to commit a crime, a random crime, I suppose. I don't know.
That's better for you. And would you allow someone to come into the store with a shiesty mask on?
I don't want it. I'm gonna say no. But you gotta ask them to take it off, and that might cause them to have to enact what they got the shiesty mask on, commit a random crime. You know,
so that
you never know.
So now you gotta have signs in the store that say no shirts, no shoes, no shiesty mask, no service.
Yeah, basically. Yes. You definitely need that. Well, look, bro, the one thing that we did want to get into is Shannon Sharpe. Now, Shannon Sharpe started dating a woman that was apparently around 19 or maybe 20 years old. Shannon Sharpe is at least 50. And this woman
like 56.
Like, this woman has started making claims that Shannon Sharpe was being, I suppose, too rough or abusive to her. And she wanted him to give her $10 million for this. And Shannon Sharpe didn't do it at first, but then he thought better and said that he would want to do it just so negative, just like negative details about the situation didn't come out and it would ruin his reputation. So actually, some of these details did come out. Did y'all ever hear the recording of Shannon Sharpe when he was saying that he was going to choke the young lady?
No, I didn't hear that.
Really?
They got an actual recording of him saying it?
Well, what she was doing, you guys, this is an obvious setup to me. I'll play the tape while y'all are talking. I'll look and find the tape. And
you've heard all of it.
I've heard it. Yeah. Yep. I've heard it. And so, and like, I don't want to necessarily like
that the girl was, that was a part of how they got down. You know what I mean? It was all part of the routine that they did as far as they
role playing, they sexual role playing.
Oh, so he's talking about choking or doing sex.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Let me say this. The recording that I'm talking about, Shannon Sharpe is talking to this girl on the phone, and he telling her like, man, you done went and messed up my weekend for something. I don't know if he wanted her to come through and she couldn't, or this or that, but she was saying that she couldn't come. But then she was saying words like, you always manipulate me. Now, mind you, she's recording this call. Shannon don't know he's being recorded. So she's trying to lead him into saying something or maybe triggering to me. You know, she like, you manipulate me, trying to like make her claim that he's abusing her. And then he like, whatever. He like, man, you done went and messed up my weekend. And then he was like, I'm going to choke you. I'm going to choke you when I see you. Now, to me, I think that he was completely speaking figuratively, but for some reason, people are taking it like he was literally saying when he seen her, he was going to choke her. But, you know, like people be like, man, like, bro, I should kick your ass. They just playing. People just like say things in jest, not being literal whatsoever. And that's what I was thinking. Well, anyway, they put that out. And then the media are always clamoring for sensationalism and for a story. And so they are like making it like that's what he meant and always making it salacious. So my point in saying this is like, women that come out, what's stopping women from just seeing a rich man that they broke up with and then just start making accusations to say he sexually assaulted me while we were together? Like, how do men fight back from stuff like this? And Bone, I'm gonna come to you first. What you think?
Why you come to me first? You using words like salacious and things like that. That's way out of my lane.
I'm just saying though, like, bro, they trying to like really railroad these bros, bro.
Your question, when you say what can men do, I don't think in this day and time, I don't think, quote unquote, there's nothing that a man can do to prevent things like this happening, because it's two sides of the story. On one hand, you never want to have a woman to be in a position where she is sexually harassed or abused in any way, where she can't come and feel like justice will be served, quote unquote, if she was actually dealt with in an abusive manner. But on the flip side, you also don't want there to be a situation where you mess with a female and it is a consensual relationship, and then at any moment she can say, okay, I want to get financially rewarded for something that was consensual. And I don't think that I don't know if there's an answer for that, because if a woman's intentions are to get you, that's what they are. You know what I mean? But I feel like on the same token, in the case specifically in Shannon Sharpe, come on, bro, that girl was young. I think that now, granted, you can mess with a young girl and whatever the case may be, and that's your own, to each his own. But I think that there was some red flags, if you're being honest. I think just hearing
he put himself in this position.
Yeah, I mean, he had a choice.
He definitely did. He definitely did.
And if he was say for instance, with an older woman, that's not to say that she wasn't going to be, and he wouldn't have found himself in the same situation. But I feel like there was some red flags. Like, come on, bro, you would think you would have known better, but we've never, neither one of
OnlyFans and everything else.
Do you feel like he could have known better?
I definitely think he could have known better, because this is the thing. Like, we can act like it's cool for like men. A lot of older men want to go after younger girls and all this and that. But let's be honest here. The ratio of a younger woman really looking to have a for real true relationship with a older man is very low. There's an ulterior motive there. You know what I'm saying? So even though they can't,
the money though, she just wanted to get on.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Saying that the ulterior motive. So whether she wanted fame, money, or whatever. So there has to be some accountability for some of the situations that you put yourself in and who you choose to mess with. I mean, I don't think it's a good thing to be a older guy and you got daughters and nieces and you messing with girls at their age. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side of it, the feminist movement has it all messed up now. Me and my brother Will was talking about this earlier, and we were just talking about how women they have the power to just go to a man and tell a man, this other man did something to me, and that man automatically believes it.
Right.
Automatically. So it doesn't matter. So if you go to the law and say, oh, he raped me, or he did this, or he did that, and now it's getting to the point, like in this situation where women are having consensual sex with people, then get decided, they think about it, they don't like what it was, this and that, and now that's becoming a crime. And you consensually did something multiple times. Like this is really it's a catch-22. So I mean, I guess the best thing is to try to find that one and stay in your lane with that one that truly love you and that you can grow with and that you can build with. That might solve the problem.
Nah, that ain't gonna solve jack. As long as you got cats with some money, I think situations like this will keep popping up. And unfortunately, me in my personal opinion, I feel like it's a double standard, but I feel like there's double standards that exist, and that's what they are. Because you think about, people will look at Shannon Sharpe, they'll say like he's a sleaze bag for messing with a young girl, but the girl that's just like for example, the girl that's messing with the young boy that's out at Houston with the Rockets. That girl is twice his age, but no, like, I mean, they dragging her, but not like, she's not a sleazeball like they say Shannon Sharpe is for messing with a young girl.
Oh, and I got another. Hold on. I got an angle. I got an angle. So why the things that they're accusing Shannon Sharpe for? Let's play this audio real quick, but I don't want to forget my point. So let me just say it and then I'll come back to it. Shannon Sharpe, the things that he's being accused of, that he's making this settlement for, it has to be illegal and criminal in some way, it seems to me. So why is it that
Why?
she can just sue him for
Why
money,
you say that?
and then but he doesn't have to face any jail time?
Because they're trying
I think
to.
that's the problem.
Because
I think the problem
public
is she was so
opinion.
young.
Huh? Which I say? I couldn't hear y'all.
Go ahead, Bone.
No, I don't think that anything that he did was technically quote unquote criminal. I don't believe. I may be wrong in that. I think what
Why
it
would
was,
he have to pay her then? What? If it ain't no
I think
crime, then
my understanding, she was young at the time when the relationship first. She was underage when they first started, but I might be wrong. Because my understanding is that Shannon Sharpe offered her $10 million when she first threatened to go to authorities about what was
ain't
going
that
on.
illegal though?
And
That's
then he
jail.
was
You
about
can go to jail for that. And I don't want Sharpe to go to
correct.
jail. Okay, that's not my angle. I know it kind of like might even seem like that a little bit, but my real point is to say, like, how is it that they can just press you for money and make you pay it to them for something that's not illegal? You know what I'm saying? And if it truly is illegal,
Because it was
where
a
is
civil
the
suit,
criminal
though, right? It was a civil
prosecution?
suit. It wasn't a criminal. It wasn't a criminal suit
Right.
that they were.
But that's what happened to Puffy. Cassie banked him for 20 million or something like 20 million. And then the feds came and picked up the case because of the civil suit. So the civil suit turns into a criminal suit.
So they thought.
But people,
and then they
people get civilly sued all the time, though.
But that's how it is. So a lot of people been using entertainers, athletes, and all that stuff for the longest to get a payday. So because public opinion is the worst thing. So rather than go like in Diddy's situation, he go through a whole trial. And he's sitting in jail. They drag out all this stuff, put out all his personal business about what he likes to do, what he don't like, sexually and all this type of stuff. And the public opinion is sometimes far worse. So what people rather do is they just rather pay the problem off so that they can keep moving and keep doing what they're doing business wise. And that's probably what
in a
Shannon
civil case. In a civil case, though, not a criminal case.
I just looked at it. I stand corrected. He was being charged with raping that girl. That's what
Shannon was.
She was saying. Yeah, she had. That's what all of the video I looked at what he was originally being charged with. She said that he was forcing her to have sex against her will.
Man, bro, do you think Shannon Sharpe is going to? Will Shannon Sharpe face criminal charges for this? If you had to bet, what would you bet?
I don't think so, because my thing is, this is what I say to a woman. So how much is the price tag then? So if he truly was raping you and you upset about that, that's a criminal charge. Why you take money then?
Exactly.
Where is it? Where do you put the limit that you got to payday for this? So if somebody truly did something to you, you like, oh, okay, well now just pay me off and we done with it. Right. If you've been raped, the bitterness and the hurt that come from that affects you for the rest of your life, is there an amount of money that pay that off?
No. Hold on, let's listen to this
call. Y'all to continue to do it again.
But at the end of the day, I think that still goes back to, hey, you play silly games, you get silly prizes, and he got one. Everything y'all saying is true, but
yeah,
that's just the game you playing when you play, especially with the audio and stuff that they had on him. You hear that stuff, it's like, come on, bro, you can't be doing that.
Here's the audio. Here you go. Oh, wait a minute. What the? Man, what?
What to say? That ain't Shannon Sharpe. That look like Akon.
You can't hear the audio, bro.
Y'all can't hear it?
No, this in closed caption. We just see the words.
Oh, y'all can't hear this?
You can't hear it.
Damn,
It's probably
I don't know
something
what
that you have to do to
it's probably
let
yeah, damn. I'm sorry. Man, bro.
I've heard like little clips and excerpts, but
damn, I'm sorry. I bet you they can hear it on the broadcast. Fuck. I'm sorry. But anyway, he's just
hey man, look,
he's being real formal. Dry about it, bro. Huh?
We ain't trying to be all formal.
Right. Dang, I'm sorry y'all can't hear this,
bro. I have to look it up and listen to it. But
can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. I'm sure it's something in the background that you'll have to do to enable the audio to play.
Damn, y'all should at least be able to hear it.
So what has Shannon been saying? What was it? What?
They had audio of them like it was some damning audio, but it almost was like in the confines of them getting down how they get down and stuff.
And yeah, because I think that one time it was like, I want you to beat me like a black buck or something.
Yeah, she was saying some crazy stuff. It was way out in left field. The stuff that I heard, I'm like, come on, bro, it's a rap. She gonna get the money. Like you should have never been caught out there like that.
So my question is like, if you got all this stuff where she's saying this and that, when did he rape you? Because if y'all
here we go.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
I might choke you in public.
Right there, he should have been off the.
Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well.
But the first.
Oh, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
But anyway,
that conversation seems like it seems like she was up to something with the way the recording was going, like, you know, how she was talking and everything. Like, yeah, that just seemed a little that it didn't seem like a fluent conversation to me at all.
Right. And the point
don't, but that's the point. Like, dude, get out of there. It's a rap.
Yeah. Right.
You gotta be more polished than that if you're gonna be playing them sort of games like that. Playing, doing like
he said like the news headline.
On, man.
And he said the news headline of big black man choke small white woman.
Yeah.
Like that lets you know
there's
that
never no place where that's
he wasn't
cool,
being.
man.
I know that, but I don't think that he was like saying that he was gonna physically do this stuff. I don't know. He might have done it to her before, and now that's why she's afraid when she hears him say it. But man,
no, but
I think Shannon Sharpe is gonna go to jail over this, bro.
No,
I think Shannon Sharpe is gonna go to
they
jail.
Settled. They settled.
They settled. Well, not unless no criminal charges being pressed against him as part of the settlement. They could still come along and pick up a criminal charge against him after he's paid the civil off. That's what they did to Puffy.
I'm pretty sure that was a part of it.
Well, why not Puffy then? Why not Puffy?
Well,
I
and
think
when
there's
you
some
said
other
at the end,
there's
it
some
was
other
a waste of
variables.
time with Puffy. He was acquitted on everything, or just about
He
everything.
was, but he still had to go through that case. And Shannon Sharpe, man, I hate that they would do this to bros, because after Puffy gets through this case, now his reputation for being the deviant that he is, it's just all exposed beyond for the whole world. But it was still a fake false prosecution of Puffy. Like, Puffy should have never been in court for being a sex ring operator, because he
Well,
wasn't, man. Like, he was far from that, bro. He was a weird sexual person, but it wasn't like he was running sex child ring of kids, bro. It's not that. And everybody's imagination of what this is
yeah,
like one
having a
thing, and
million,
then what they were saying he was doing was something completely different.
yeah,
But now
having a
he was
million bottles of
destroyed.
baby oil is not a crime, and no
Hold
And
on.
civil
I heard it
punishment.
wasn't even that many, though. I heard that it was not,
You
that
said
they
it
lied
wasn't
about
that
the
many.
amount. No, I'm
How
saying that
many
he
would
didn't have
qualify
the,
for a lot?
well, they were saying he had thousands, but they said he had like 4 or 5 bottles of baby oil. See?
I mean,
Hold on. Did you hear the whole story about what's the girl's name? Like, she was a key witness in the whole Puffy thing.
Cassie?
Yeah, the girl, isn't that the girl that he beat up on camera that they saw
Yes.
him?
yeah, he was
So
guilty of that.
he's guilty of that. But this is my question to y'all. Like, her testimony was like key, I guess, in this whole thing.
Right.
What? Now she's married though, and she was pregnant.
Yeah.
You're the husband. This is the real question. What do you think sitting in that courtroom and you hear all the shit your wife been doing? And how do you sit there and be like, we're going to stay married? That's the real question. They said she was just as much a willing participant as Puffy.
Yeah, that's what some of the guys that came in was saying, that they never even
Yeah,
talked to
they're
Puffy. They
like,
only
she
talked
was
to
the
her.
one sending out that she was sending out the SOS like it's going down tonight.
Yeah, yeah, that is weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the husband trying to sit there to be supportive, only to find out that, well, he may
I
not
married a
find out. Maybe he
scuzz
already,
Puffy.
Maybe he already know that. Maybe
Yeah, I
that's
think
what
he
got him.
really
Oh,
groomed, but did
Maybe that's what got
I'm
him.
sitting in there through that. I would have got up halfway through like I'm out. It's over.
I think he groomed her though, bro. I think he groomed her into doing that stuff. Honestly,
Hold on, who groomed who?
I think that Puffy used his influence in all of his status and all of his
Absolutely. No, but
self
I'm saying you're
to
the
make
husband
that
though. If you're
girl start
sitting in that New York
participating in stuff
courtroom,
like
what are
that.
you saying by day 2 of the cross examination?
Her
Are you saying
husband, he could look at it like his wife is terrible and that she was a willing participant in it, or she could look at it like
you
Puffy
can say that was before
Puffy
me? That was
manipulated
before
her
me.
into doing all of this stuff. Nah,
How would you look
you
at
could
it?
just think.
Would you look at it?
I would probably look at it like Puffy manipulated her and made her so addicted to what Puffy could offer that she lost all of her self-respect. And man, women can fall for
You
some
are
of the
you are a good
So is that a
you're a good
crime?
man.
Is that a crime for or is
it's immoral. It's
You're a
immoral.
good man.
I think it's
Well,
wrong. It's wrong for him to do that. You know what I'm saying? And make her, he pretty much brainwashed her into feeling like that's what she needed to do in order to make him happy. And she probably loved him so much that she was energized to make him happy. So she probably wanted to, but maybe not want to do that. But the end result was making him happy, and that would make her happy. So Puffy,
she's setting it up
so if
without
you that guy though, my question is,
or
you realize that if you're that guy, how can you then make her happy if you don't have the financial means of a Puffy? What are you thinking at day 2, Reem?
What did I do?
Hey, but Bone, hold on, check this out though.
Not only at first,
the-
this is the only thing I want y'all to think about, because I'm telling you, y'all better than me. It's nothing to think about. I'm out of there. It's over. It's a done deal.
Yeah, because the thing is,
because at the beginning, that is something that is between us, even if that happened. But I would just be so hurt and disgusted.
So
like,
the thing is,
the world knows this now.
Hold on, look, and then look, hold on, check. That's why I feel like, man, so much stuff is poetic justice, bro. Because the husband is the one that I feel like nudged her to file these charges against Puffy. The husband don't got no money. He knows his wife been through something. He probably coached her to go and then
he didn't know Puffy she went through what she went through, though.
Right. So he got his money's worth because he made them get that money. Now he had to sit there.
You said he got his money's worth, bro.
Yeah. He had to sit there and listen to all that stuff in court and have the worst humiliation egg on his face.
That's not right. That's not right, though, bro. You just said you was gonna stand by her side. Now 5 minutes later, you got what he had coming to him.
I'm just observing the whole situation. I'm seeing Puffy is wrong, but the man that wanted Puffy is wrong, but America has no place to put Puffy in jail because of its own formation. How America is made from criminals and people doing all kind of stuff like that. So it would be too for them to put Puffy in jail when that's all. Man, all of them celebrities are freaks and weirdos, and man, they don't even got to be a celebrity. People like fucking however they like fucking. So whatever somebody does, if it gets put out in front of everybody to get observed, it all looks kind of like creepy, especially what he was doing. Now that's more taboo. So my point is just to say, like, even though I think Puffy is wrong, he shouldn't go to jail in America. But if I had my own country, yes, he would be in prison for doing that to that girl.
So should the king be released?
Should the king?
R. Kelly, the king of R&B.
Yes. He's done enough time to me. That stuff was sketchy too.
Very
sketchy, man. Yeah.
Very sketchy. Very sketchy. So yeah, I mean, I just see that too many women are manipulating. If a man truly raped a woman, yeah, they deserve the punishment that they get. But it's too many women that's doing things willingly and then crying foul at the end because it all comes down to just about $1. That all they wanted some money, and it's never enough. So you know what I'm saying? So was your sexual experience, or so somebody raping you was worth selling for $5 million? If you felt that violated for $5 million,
that's a slippery slope though for me, because I feel like there's way more women that do actually get raped and are fearful of saying something than there are women that are doing the stuff that happened with Shannon Sharpe.
Right.
I think that you're gonna get a lot of people that are going to talk about Shannon Sharpe because it's money and it's a celebrity. But it's a plenty of women that, you find out they 25 years old and they were sexually molested when they were young, or they were raped when they were 17, 18 years old. And I think that they're more valuable in the whole scheme of things than this chick with Shannon Sharpe. And I think there's more women that, I might be wrong, but I think there's more women that actually are either molested, raped, so on and so forth, and they're scared to come forth because at the end of the day, especially black women, specific.
And the thing with that is the women, like the women that's with Shannon Sharpe, they make it hard for the other women because now it's so much doubt within there. You know what I'm saying? I saw that situation my freshman year of college where some teammates ran a train on a chick. and then she went and cried rape, and one of them ended up going to jail behind it for years. And it's like, man, it wasn't a rape. She was in a room with the whole team doing all type of stuff. But like,
just a point of clarification. She was in a room with the whole team. That would include you, Reem.
I don't do group activities, bro. You already know that. So
hey, bro. I'm just using the context clues, man.
I heard what you said, but I don't do group activities, bro. That's not that I participate in. So, like she said, so she
in my school we didn't get that like that. I'm just saying. You said the whole team was in there. I'm just saying.
It started off as a party, and then it led into something else, and these guys went into a room. So yeah, there was a whole party with basketball players and everybody. We had a party, and then next thing you know, they went to a room with her, and whatever took place. But she was openly willing, you know what I'm saying. And then all of a sudden, when she come and somebody say something to her about what she did, then it go that she crime rape. And I'm like, wow, man, that's dirty. You know what I'm saying? So this young man that was a walk-on ended up getting the brunt. He got hit and ended up getting arrested. They came and got him up out of practice. I'm like, wow, that's messed up. When that ain't what took place, because it's more so now her pride that she embarrassed about what she did.
What man, I got another poetic justice situation that I want to know what y'all know about. But hold on, I want to stick to our topics as well that Reem said. What else was we supposed to do?
You are the producer, man. You supposed to know this.
I got you. Training camp for the NBA and the NFL. I'm sorry, man.
I like how you pivoted from rape to NFL offseason.
Right. Hey, boy. And boy, NFL, the players in the NFL get into a lot of, like, you know what I mean?
A lot of what?
Fights, beatings, domestic violence. Like the NFL do seem like they always have some kind of story about violent players. Now, do you think that that's just the media trying to showcase them as violent? Or
yes, it's definitely the media, because a lot of them cases it always end up being something completely different than what the media done spent. But the public opinion is what the thing is. So you got a lot of NFL players who've lost their career, and it was not what the media made it to be, because the media is very irresponsible, because they just trying to run to try to be the first to break a story. I'm the first one that broke this story. So now you get credit for this. But it does not mean that their story is accurate at all. And it's unfair to how it takes place and what ends up happening with athletes. And I think the NFL, because it is a collision sport, they play that up to try to make it seem like the athletes are with all the hitting and stuff, they got all these head injuries, they got all this trauma, and they go home and they do this and they do that. And I think it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? When you've been around, I know Bone played football, but being around a bunch of football players at different colleges and stuff like that, you don't see them guys acting like that. You don't see this type of wildness and all that type of stuff at all.
Right.
Yeah, what's your take? I don't necessarily think that they're
violent.
I'm trying to put it in the right context, but yeah, football players, I don't think that they're any more violent or aggressive than anyone else.
Yeah.
If you look at the statistically, I've heard cops are more aggressive and have more domestic violence incidents than any other profession. And you don't hear about that. And once again, I think it's all about the money that's attached to these professions, whether it's a professional football player, professional basketball player. You have so many of them that are black, and whenever you can put a stain on what it is that they do, I think that that's going to come to the forefront at the end of the day. But I definitely don't think that football players are more aggressive. I mean, football players are a little bit more tough than basketball players. Basketball players are kind of soft I mean, look at Ray. They're soft, you know, they
This
soft.
guy right here.
But
the softest football player ever.
but at the end of the day, I don't think that means, you know what I mean, that you know, football players are more aggressive when it comes to being in a relationship with someone. Just, you know, I just think like it's selling the story and painting the narrative at the end of the day. But that
we got the NFL training camps getting ready to what? Do they start tomorrow? Is it the like full practice with the pads?
They're already underway. They've already started. They're already in camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've already started.
Anybody that y'all looking forward to watching this year?
Yeah, it stays the same for me. It's Pittsburgh Nation, so I'm a fan. So I'm excited about what they're going to do and what we can get accomplished this year, despite having a 40-year-old quarterback. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how that works with Aaron Rodgers at the helm for the Steelers, and you know, the AFC North. I'm always torn here recently because you got people like Lamar Jackson. I always want to see Lamar Jackson. I like Jalen Hurts. I like to see them balling out. But I've been a Steelers fan my whole life, so I want to see the Steelers ball as well. But I also want to see Lamar Jackson specifically win a Super Bowl.
Right,
I think that would be huge for him, and I think that he's 100% deserving of winning one because I think he's one of the coldest players in the NFL, to be honest. So yeah.
Well, why? And I don't know if Lamar Jackson is doing this or not, but I'll tell you how it looks. It looks like, man, in these big moments, man, he'll go against a quarterback like
I already know what you're about to say.
The kid from Buffalo, or go against some other. Go against.
He outplayed him in that game.
What's our boy's name from Cincinnati? Not Patrick Mahomes. Joe Burrow. Okay, he goes against these quarterbacks that aren't mobile like he is, and then tries to beat them at their own game instead of just like taking off and winning the game the best way that he can. Like y'all ain't never seen that type of. Y'all have never seen that. Have y'all ever thought that Lamar Jackson was doing that? Because I'm saying it seems like after the game is over, that's what he was doing.
I never thought he did that. I think he's played to his talent, and in the majority of those games, you watch him outperform all those quarterbacks. But this is the thing when you say that he's going up against one of these quarterbacks, he's not. He's playing against their defense, and they're playing against his defense. So it's not a one-on-one matchup of like he's trying to do what they do. Lamar go out there and be the best version of Lamar, and Lamar look great, and he dominates. That's why he's had MVP type of seasons just about every year. You know what I'm saying? But he can't. But ultimately, in the end, it's a team game that really relies on 33 people, right? With offense,
this year,
defense,
didn't
and
he
special
do a
teams.
pass and one of his receivers dropped that shit, didn't they? Remember that?
That was in the Buffalo game this past year in the playoffs, and he played a hell of a game. But that's the problem with Lamar Jackson. He does have
right in the hand.
The first half of that game, he did not necessarily play well. The second half, he was balling out of control. But I think that he has, you know, his regular season resume is like impeccable. He's balled out of control. He has had some low points in the playoffs, but I don't think that it's been necessarily because he's playing against a uber talented quarterback. I don't think that he's just been outplayed by the opposing team's quarterback. And sort of to Reem's point, he's playing against the opposing team's defense at the end of the day. And you know, he hasn't played the greatest, but he hasn't played awful where you can say, oh man, we lost this game because of Lamar Jackson. That's not the case. He's played well. And I also say, you know, when people talk about a quarterback like a Joe Burrow, he's had one of the best receiving cores in the league for the time that he's been in when you got a Jamar Chase and a T. Higgins to throw it to. You know, he hasn't had the best line. So, you know, you got to, you know, pick and choose because, you know, Lamar Jackson has had one of the best running attacks in the NFL, but that's partially because he's the quarterback. You know what I mean? you have to just be objective in how people are analyzing, and that's one of the things that he's always going to get the short end of the stick because people only look at pass yards, pass touchdowns, how many interceptions. But shit, he down there run for 800 yards in a season, 900 yards, and they don't account for that when they look at his productivity as a whole. He does a whole lot that other quarterbacks like a Joe Burrow, he'll never run for 500 yards in the season.
Right. And
they'll never give Jalen Hurts the credit. Like, it's a whole big debate. Is he a top 10 quarterback? He just outplayed Patrick Mahomes in 2 Super Bowls. And it's like, dude, okay, he's got great wide receivers. He's got a great running game, but he touched the ball every single play. And I would argue that if you put Joe Burrow in there and ask him to do what Jalen Hurts does for Philadelphia, he couldn't do it. He couldn't.
Right.
So.
And that's the thing too, man. I mean, I think Lamar gets a lot of unfair criticism, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play again this year. Unlike, I'm not like Bone. I don't have a favorite team, so I'm looking forward to seeing certain players play. I'm looking forward to seeing Travis Hunter play this year. I always look forward to watching those receivers for the Bengals. I look forward to seeing a DK Metcalf. You know, it's a lot of different players that I look forward to watch to see, and just hope to see have a good season. I hope Shador can crack the lineup and maybe get some playing time, but we don't know if that's going to happen. But I definitely. But back to the point of Lamar, though, I think Lamar is in line probably this year to be be an MVP candidate again.
Well, I hope he wins this year. I hope he wins this year, man. I'm tired of Lamar Jackson not winning. You know, man, I like stake a lot of my happiness, man, around Lamar Jackson finally winning the Super Bowl, and then when he don't win it, I'll be salty. But I'll tell you, I like Jaden Daniels too, though, bro. He's very good, bro. Washington, he seemed like he had like some magic about him, bro. Like all of those buzzer beaters. Shador's got it too. But, you know, man, just think. Now we are in the age of the black quarterback. Because think about how many black quarterbacks there are in the league now, man. And like when we were growing up, it was thought that bros didn't have the intelligence to play quarterback in the NFL. Now we got so many different quarterbacks. Kyler Murray, you know, he's sweet. The kid down in Houston, he's a star. I like too. Yeah. You got Jaden Daniels. You got the kid up in Chicago. That's sweet. So I don't know. Russell Wilson.
Who did you say? Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson. Bro, what happened with Russell Wilson? Do y'all think Russell Wilson fell off, or this is more it's a team game?
I think it's a team game, and I think that he was with Pittsburgh, and on the offensive side of the ball, we weren't that good of a team last year. I say we because I'm that kind of fan. But they just weren't offensively. Pittsburgh they weren't that good. Mm-hmm. I mean, they got rid of George Pickens. George Pickens is in Dallas now, and he is a top tier talent. But they say he's extremely immature, and sometimes that showed out on the field. Our offensive line was subpar, and you know, you throw Russell Wilson back there. He wasn't the Russell Wilson that was in Seattle, but I still think he's serviceable. I think he might be halfway decent in New York, given if he gets a line to protect him. It's going to be the same thing to go back to Pittsburgh for Aaron Rodgers. If he doesn't get protected, Tom Brady, if you don't protect him, not going to be that good. So.
And they all look real when that line is lacking. Quarterbacks look real normal, don't they?
All of them. The best quarterback in the world, if he's not getting protected, it's going to be tough for him. So.
It's going to be tough. Yeah.
And then I look forward to seeing Shador playing. The only thing is that I think the Browns have the ugliest uniforms in the league, and they probably have been the worst franchise for many, many years. And I hate to have to root for them, but if Shador is playing, I will root for the Browns. You know what I'm saying? Just because I like Shador, and I think he's a very good quarterback. But I wonder, and I feel for him because there's been a whole lot of quarterbacks that got hurt up there in Cleveland over the last I don't know how many years. They've had a whole lot of talented quarterbacks that didn't look too well, and then just playing at Cleveland and then go somewhere else and they have different quarterback. So, but
Ronnie and Shador need to make a mixtape and call
Let
it
me tell you
Bronny
something.
and
Shador's going. If Shador happens to be playing quarterback when they play Pittsburgh, he's gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna be bad for him, man. I'm just telling you the truth. It's gonna be bad for him if he happens to be playing. I'd rather that they have still Joe Flacco or one of the other cats out there. They say Kenny Pickett. I don't know. It don't seem like he's doing much of anything. And who is it? Dylan Gabriel.
Bro, would the Browns be so stubborn to try to make a point and not let Shador play? Would they do that?
I think this is my own personal opinion. A lot of people may feel differently, but I think they took him. It's the part of it can never go unacknowledged when you talk about anything at the pro level, basketball, football, baseball, anything. I think that there was a reason that they took him where they took him. And I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't play at all. And I would be equally unsurprised if he got to start on week 1, if that makes sense. Right. I think that there was people in their organization was like, all right, we'll give him a shot. Or I think that someone was like, we're going to take him and we may make an example out of him and just bury him under, you know what I mean? They have 4. Most NFL teams don't carry that many quarterbacks. And to take him knowing his name and the that he's going to garner when he gets into camp, it's crazy. You got Joe Flacco, who is an established veteran, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And then you've got Kenny Pickett, he was a first round draft pick by Pittsburgh. You take Dylan Gabriel, 4th round, and take him in the 5th, and then somebody else that's still there too. They got like
Deshaun
4 or 5
Watson?
quarterbacks. That's it. No. Yeah, Deshaun Watson. It's like, what exactly? Now it's highly unlikely that Watson, he's not going to play because of the Achilles or the knee or whatever. But it's still, you got a loaded quarterback room, and they're already saying that he's not really getting a lot of first team reps. It's like, what did you here for? You know what I mean?
You also got to think from the stuff that the NFL, NBA, and all sports teams is a business. So even with you taking him 5th round, look at all the jersey sales that he's already accumulated. You know what I'm saying? The same as with Bronny being the 55th pick and then turn around and sells $50 million worth of jerseys in a week. Like, the business aspects of it always comes into it. So I hope Shador gets the opportunity to play, to show what type of quarterback he is. But yeah, I can see it both ways. Finally, to agree to a point that Bone made, which is very not common that happens. But yeah, I could see. I wouldn't be surprised either way if he doesn't play at all this year, or if he ends up starting. I mean, how much do we really think Joe Flacco got in the tank?
Not much. Not much.
Not really.
And have the other quarterbacks proven? I mean, Pickens was at Pittsburgh. Did he ever look great at Pittsburgh?
Trash.
No.
And Gabriel.
They should let fans demand who they want to see play.
But you know what though?
I think who they want to see play.
Let me ask you this then, both of y'all. Where do y'all think that an appropriate slot for Shedeur would have been? Where do you think he should have got drafted? Based on his talent alone.
I thought he should have been in the top 10.
First.
I thought he should have been the first quarterback taken.
Yeah, first pick in the draft. First pick in the draft.
I agree.
No,
I'll tell you, man, I think
Shedeur
Shedeur will be just as good as his line. And I think that
I don't think
if
that
he got good,
as good as the kid out of Miami. I don't. He wasn't as good as the kid out of Miami. Or what his tape wasn't as good as the kid out of Miami.
It's star power though, bro. It's star power, man.
No,
star power.
The question was his talent.
I know.
I didn't start. I'm asking
true.
you, where do you
You're
think
right.
he should have got drafted based on his talent alone?
I thought he was. I personally thought he was better than Cam Ward.
Nah, he didn't get.
Cam Ward was better than him.
What was the receiver from Ohio State that was getting ready to get drafted, or he might be coming out this next year?
He can't come out to
great.
the
year. No. Marvin Harrison Jr. He came out last year.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. He's at Phoenix, right? Marvin Harrison Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he over there with Kyler Murray. That's a good little hookup. That's a nice man, Kyler Murray. Nice man. He nice. I want to see. I love
start watching more college football.
Right, so that's true. Because I only watched Shedeur this year. I didn't watch no other game. He should
be the number one pick, and you ain't watching nobody else.
Because he's a star, and I seen him play good enough to know that's where you. I watched all of his games, bro, and he had some.
But you didn't watch none of Cam Ward's games. You didn't watch none of Cam Ward's games.
I watched Miami play.
Cam Ward is good.
Yeah, he is good. I mean, definitely think he's good.
I didn't like the kid. The kid from Louisville. He was. But why the reason I put that out there when it came to Shedeur, I think the kid from Texas is just as talented as him, really being objective. And he went in the fifth round. And I think that the talent that you saw him play against, he had to do more than what Shedeur did, but both of them ended up. I think he may have got drafted in the 6th round, maybe. But
bro, Shedeur, hold on, check game though, bro.
And that kid was coming out of high school like the number one kid in high school.
But Shedeur went to Colorado, where this team hadn't won a game the year before, or won one game or something. And in a matter of 2 years,
he wasn't playing with that same team.
He turned it. I still think that's his effect that he's going to bring to whatever situation that he goes to. If he's there, the good players are going to migrate there around him, and then you're going to see him produce. And Shedeur came and transformed that program from no wins to how many wins did they get? 8, 9? They last year. So yeah, man, that's good shit. I mean, I'd pick him first. I'd take Shedeur first. Who got the first pick in the draft?
This past year, it was Tennessee Titans.
The Titans.
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward went there.
I
don't like Tennessee's activity. Like they not lit enough for real. That program ain't good. I don't like it. He need to play.
You think Cam Ward is gonna play right off?
I don't really know who could be in front of him. I believe he's going to start day one for Tennessee. I believe so. Yeah, that might not. That's
young bro. I hope he go down there and ball out. He gonna.
I do too.
He gonna turn up.
So, because the thing of that, the reason I asked you that is because do you think sometimes these young quarterbacks get thrown in situations that really just not good situations for them and get thrown in? Not that they're not
All of them
talented
do.
enough
All of
to
them.
play.
I think that in the NFL, just look at the way the draft is constructed. If you're a very, very talented quarterback, the odds are that you're drafted within the first 5 picks of the draft because the most terrible teams have terrible quarterbacks. But you also have a terrible team. So that means you're going to go to a terrible team and you're expected to turn the organization around because you are a franchise quarterback. One of the benefits, like people don't now, it's lost in the story, but Patrick Mahomes didn't start when he came into the league.
Right.
He sat behind Alex Smith. A lot of the quarterbacks that we say are great, even Lamar Jackson, when he came in, he wasn't starting. And I think, that's one of
Aaron Rodgers too, bro.
Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre. I think there's a certain value in being able to see it from the sidelines. Everybody isn't going to be like a Peyton Manning that comes in and starts. I believe in throwing them to the wolves, but history shows that a lot of people, they do well when they get a chance to sit on the bench, learn, ask questions, and figure it out. And I think
what would you want to do? What would you want to do?
Would you
want a quarterback? A quarterback?
If you was a quarterback, yeah.
If I were a quarterback, I would want to learn from someone and get prepared and get those reps under my belt on the bench.
Yeah.
And then get out there on the field when I'm ready, because
it depends on who's in front of you, though, maybe.
I don't care who in front of me. I would want to learn on the bench, to tell you the truth, because
no, hell
when you
no.
learn on the field, you're looking bad,
bro.
Tell me this, bro. What athletes that come into that situation that don't already think that they're ready?
Right.
Ain't no anybody
I think
because nobody gonna think that.
I think all of them think that they're ready. But when you get the NFL playbook and they say you got to make these checks and everything is moving fast, all of a sudden there and everybody's looking at you and they're like, figure it out. You may want to say that you're ready, but I think you quickly find out and quickly get humbled and understand, like, man, I got some work to do. And you ain't gonna get drafted in May.
What does an NFL playbook? Because look, I've never seen one of these in my life, and I don't understand. I've always heard that, like, on the field when they're calling plays, it's like some different language, man. What is it, bro?
Foreign language.
But
I haven't had an NFL playbook, but I've heard plays and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just understanding the language of a play, like different. They say the West Coast systems and all those things. Yeah. It's certain terms that okay, this means that I'm going to do this. It means I'm going to check this, and then now you have to put it in context. Most of these guys, they're learning the language that they have from their freshman year to their junior year at whatever university they're at. Then you go to you come out of that language and you learn a completely different one when you go to the NFL. And not only you learn a different language, but it's like 3 times more complex than what you were doing. And they're saying, oh, by the way, you're not only playing.
Why are they writing it in a different language? Why are they writing it in a different language? What's the point?
Because that's how coaches get paid. What do you mean? This is a business. Coaches
writing it in a different. I don't understand why they just don't say what needs to be said in like simple speech.
This is what it is. Was
like run 40 and then go to the right. What would that mean? Say it in football language. Run 40 yards and slant to the
right. They may have that's the language though. They may have one word, say zipper. That is going to tell maybe, say for instance, everyone on this side of the field what they're going to do, or it may signal to the offensive line what their protection is going to be, or if they tell them to slide. It's all predicated on this one word. But when they put all of these words together, it's like a sentence, and they, whatever those words are, they put together, and that's going to be the play. And they're telling everyone what to do. And then they say that in 20 seconds, you get up to the line, you get a different look. We're going to check with me. And when they're going to change all of that into something else. And you got to know that in 2 months and be able to like clockwork.
Damn.
And you got to know that.
Well,
so okay, well, wait a minute. Hold on, cuz. So look, so the reason why they have to have this different language, each team has a completely different language that they're speaking amongst each other when they're calling the plays. And if they said it in plain English, both people would understand. The other team would know exactly how to defend it. So that's why they got to have the language.
Yeah, because you're going to have tendencies anyway, despite all of that language and what is coded language. When you get up to the line of scrimmage, based on the down and distance, the formation you come out in, me as a defender, I know what your tendencies are by looking at game film and seeing what you like to do out of certain formations. And we're going to get what's going to be in the most advantageous set for us to stop what it is that you do best. And and what comes in at the highest level, we're going to disguise what it is that we want to do as best as we can in those 10 to 15 seconds we have remaining before the ball snap, and let the chips fall where they may after that. But yeah,
so the quarterback steps to the line, he looks to see what the defense is in, and then he calls his play based upon that. Players like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why a lot of offensive coordinators don't like starting rookie quarterbacks, because it moves so fast and so much information has to be pretty much processed in a small amount of time. It's like, man, you ain't gonna get it. I mean, even the brightest mind, there's a lot of stuff that you know and you got to tell people to do. And the problem is, in college, people get pissed because they're not getting stats. So when you get to the NFL or you get to the NBA, if you are messing up, it's not my stats, it's my paycheck. You messing up my money. And they're like, we don't have time for this. I need X, Y, and Z marks, or I'm not going to get incentives, bonus, all these things. All that stuff factors into the product that you see out on the field at the end of the day. If you are the best shooter in the world, and Remy can attest to this, you say I can shoot the hell out of the ball and I'm a point guard, but I'm playing with a player the caliber of Kobe Bryant. They don't give a damn how well you can shoot, because you have to get the ball to Kobe when he can score. If you are a great point guard, we're not bringing you here to score. We got that taken care of. We have Kobe Bryant. If you can't see that he can score like that, it's no place for you on this team.
Right.
And you got to really be able to process that and understand what it is.
And to be honest with you, with all sports, and I know especially for basketball, it's the same sport regardless, from Pee Wee, from Little League all the way up. Now, as you get older, the athletes get bigger, stronger. The game get faster. But what happens a lot with coaches and then with the media, they come with all this extra wording and stuff to make basketball or football seem like it's more complex than what it is. When you get down to it, especially, and you get on the court, it's about you winning your matchup, you being able to do what you're supposed to do. So you could draw up all the plays in the world, put all that stuff on the board. But what happens when you get out on the court and we done came up with all these defensive schemes, and you got to sit down and you got to check Allen Iverson, who's a blur.
I'm just better than you at that point.
Exactly. And that's what sports eventually comes down to in a lot of situations. I'm just better than you. If a corner cannot jam a receiver at the line, cannot keep him from getting into his routes, there's nothing you can do. So at some point in time, a lot of all of that goes out the door anyway, once you get on the field of the court anyway. It just sounds good to say and act like, oh yeah, we did this and the game is so complex. No, it ain't. It's the same basketball, the same game that you was playing up at the park at Princeton. It's the same. A pick is gonna be the same, a crossover is gonna be the same. It's just a matter of the athletes that's doing it that make it different.
That is true. Yeah. And to speak of Princeton, I mean, I was a football player, but at Princeton, Reem couldn't check me. I'm just saying. I really used to. I mean, I really used to. I was a problem then.
Bone couldn't make a layup in his life.
I mean,
hey, he is still the only man that I've seen shoot the ball straight over the backboard.
Man, you can make all these stories up, man. If people really understood what happened at Princeton when we used to go over there and be over bros, listen.
Well, Joe, Ahava was there. He ain't never. Have you ever seen him score a bucket?
And we was at Fairview.
And Miss Taylor didn't want to. I've said it once. I'll say it a million times. She didn't want to see us be great, man.
She was already undefeated. So what was she gonna do?
Miss Taylor is one of the greatest coaches, bro, of history in Dayton, bro. Miss Taylor did not lose, bro. She was winning.
Yeah.
Never. You saying never?
Do anybody know when she stopped coaching over there at Fairview?
Into the 2000s. I think she was coaching.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she coached Daquan and she coached Coach Juan Staten. She had all them. So I don't know when she actually stopped coaching, but she was there for a long time. So she
insane, bro. And she won all those championships. And she used to make us run the hallways of Fairview, bro. That was so.
Do you remember that? Oh my God. That
we running the steps of the hallway. Yeah.
Oh, bro, that shit used to make your chest just burn.
Going up to
I'm doing all this running to play 5 seconds in the game.
Hey, bro,
how dare you put me in the game?
Hey, listen, I might tell this story every time we do this podcast, but look, bro, this one time we played Wilbur Wright. Man, now this Wilbur Wright was a team that, like, they was a team that thought that they could beat us. You know what I'm saying? And so when we went in there, it was really crowded. It was packed. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. And a fight.
The Twins was there then. The Twins was there.
Yeah. The Twins. And
a fight broke out. I remember.
A fight broke out in the stands. And bro, I wandered off the bench. It was looking. I walked up to see the fight, and Miss Taylor grabbed me. Taylor grabbed me and was like, "Get your ass back over here." And Remy was laughing so hard, bro.
Hey, listen, man.
I don't know what, bro. I was just completely like, I don't know what was wrong with me, bro. But that was insane. Hey, Miss Taylor, bro.
Me and bro that was one of the most. Reem was not a good teammate back then, man. He was arrogant. He was just.
Hey, what is this dude talking about, man?
Hey, when we was in Middletown, man, Reem would be like, man, y'all not going. He'll tell you, be like, y'all ain't gonna play today. We'd be like, what? Who said something like that?
Man, we was trying to make sure y'all got in the game. We was trying to blow everybody out. Trying to make sure y'all got in the game.
Y'all did, though. Y'all blew everybody out, bro.
I mean, trying to make sure y'all got in the game.
Remember we played Trotwood that year? They had a good team. And they came to our gym and we beat them.
We played them at Fairview.
At Fairview.
Yeah. Everybody was saying we was going to lose that game.
Right. And we beat them. We had
our junior high games used to be crowded. Like, man, they were crowded like high school games back then, man.
And that was the problem. That was the problem. They were coming to see me. And I get in for 10, 15 seconds.
Hey, you was great in the layup line though. You know what I'm saying? You put on a show in the layup line.
I was sweet.
So I'm telling you, bro, it was those games was super lit, but that was a good one when we beat them. Let's see, I think Rolf was another. Nah, it was we beat them by was the last game of the season. That's where I scored my point.
Yeah, the only other game that was a little close was that one team down in Middletown when we played in that tournament. That team
Miss
out of
Taylor came
Cincinnati.
in. She said we gonna. Miss Taylor was like, we gonna lose. TJ said, don't say that. I heard that dude in the locker room. I'm like, yes, let's go, TJ. TJ.
All right.
Then we got, hey, I'm gonna tell you one lift for our team too, bro. When we got Bunky.
Oh yeah,
Bunky came in.
Bunky was
nice.
Hey man, just imagine what if we would have kept. If Caps would have been eligible and we kept what we had, because you got to think seventh grade, Terrell, the twins was there. Man, we had a lot of talent over there at Fairview. We definitely did.
Damn.
So
I know personally, I wouldn't have been on the team if anybody.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to talk about that. They had to try to push me out. You know what I mean? It was already they was hating on my time as it was.
What the fuck are you talking about? You're gonna kick me off the team. Once the twins come back, we're gone. Okay. Now you want to bring Casper? I'm gone.
You got Casper, Bunky, the twins. There's room for TA at that point. And I was like, you know what I mean? I was the glue. I was kept it all together. And they trying to force me out.
Yeah, you was like ML Carter, waving that towel on the sidelines and everything. Yeah, you was great. You was great. So
man, you never saw me waving no towel on the sideline. They was over there like put him in the game. He over there. That's a bucket waiting to happen.
That's all. Our 7th grade team better than our 8th grade team.
It was pretty much the same.
It was the exact same team.
I know, but nah, y'all, because y'all did have Casper though. Casper was sweet.
Yeah, Casper played 8th grade. He didn't play 7th.
Casper did not play.
Casper didn't play 8th grade with us.
Oh, so he played 7th grade. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that was Casper wasn't there, so that was the only person. Just about everybody else was the same. And we lost Terrell. Terrell wasn't there 8th grade. He was there 7th grade. So
who was Terrell? Oh, Terrell Bridges.
Terrell Bridges.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we had that was.
Did Terrell go to Duquesne? Did he end up going to Duquesne?
Yeah, Terrell was a 4-year starter at Duquesne. He had a great career at Duquesne.
My brother, man. Me and Terrell went to Meadowdale together, bro.
Yeah, he's still living in Pittsburgh, doing good.
Man, shout out to my bro Terrell, bro.
Yep, Terrell. Man. I talked to him not too long ago, but yeah, that was we had a lot of talent in, but yeah, Bone, what's your take on what you got to share with us for shits and giggles for the day?
For who?
Just something that's for shits and giggles. You.
Oh man, y'all should have let me know this in pre-show. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't really have one today. I had one last time because Los got on, and we was talking about pops. That was cool, but today I don't really have one for shits and giggles. I don't know that y'all put me on the spot. I ain't really have one. I gotta be genuine. If it ain't really a genuine thought, I can't do it.
Because you got one for us.
Man, I'm that guy, man. You know what I mean? You gotta let me know I'm gonna be a request. Y'all gonna need that from me, or I think about it. My life is a scramble, man. My brain be jumping during the day, man. I play football, CTE, and all that stuff.
we gotta have a for shits and giggles to close the episode out. You know what I'm saying? Last week I gave one. Cuz you got one for this week?
Well, I'm going through all this shit all the time, so I guess I can just pick anything and say, oh, I made it through that. Ha 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 ha. Because, bro, it's always something. Bruh, just I'll tell you something this I overcame. This is really something that we overcame recently, basically. that we can look at it and say, man, I was pissed off about that. Well, one thing that happened to me was my MailChimp kept working. Well, my MailChimp is a application that lets you send emails to retarget customers that came through for you. So I've been wanting this MailChimp for so long, bro. I had a guy go in remotely and help set up my MailChimp. So I finally had it and it was working. Then, like the next time I tried to log in, all of the work, everything that I tried to do. Yeah. Let me see. Is that my mic making that noise again?
It absolutely is the whole time. You just noticed it?
That's the for shits and giggles. Yo, Mike.
There's no way that you just noticed that.
See,
if you just noticed it, we gotta get you a hearing aid because you can't hear.
It's been doing that little the whole podcast. That
it wasn't a little, it's a consistent.
This is, bro. This is for shits and giggles. See, this is a real live for shits and giggles happening immediately.
I don't know if you want to qualify that as a shits and giggles. That's technical difficulty. Right there.
Will be once we get through this episode. We can laugh. See, we already laughed about it. This is shit that we're giggling about.
Yeah, but I think, man, Bone, we thank you for joining us. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're supposed to be a regular co-host on the.
I was about to say, I don't like how you position in that statement. It's like, I mean, it just didn't.
We
really
don't know
right.
when we may see you again. You know what I'm saying? So we got to give you. We want to thank you for when you do join us. You know what I'm saying? Because we're hoping that you'll join us again next week. That you know what I'm saying, that we can get back to the for shits and giggles. We had even talked about multiple episodes per week, but we just thank you for when you're able to join us. Because you might be off the grid again.
I don't like how y'all handle y'all business with OTA, man. I'm out here, man. I told y'all when I'm off the grid, I'm off the grid. But when I'm here, I'm here. You know what I mean?
I just muted my microphone, by the way, to see if I still heard that noise, and I did. So I'm sorry to tell you, that's one of y'all's mics, and so y'all need to get that shit fixed.
Hold on.
Yeah, see, I don't hear it. I'm talking with my mic. Now that you muted your mic, we don't hear it anymore. That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, that might just be Bone.
You were the main one that was mean. You muted you.
No, I muted. It was still going. That's Reem. I just muted my mic. My audio quality is A1. When I'm off the grid, I'm great. I'm just saying.
All right, y'all. Well, man, this has been another episode of For Shits and Giggles. We got a terrible mic. It's probably mine. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Great episode. You're muted, Bone. We can't hear you.